Hi all, welcome to Engineers Think Box. This is Sharu. As a part of Digital Signal Processing Lecture Series, I welcome you all to the Lecture 3 where we will be discussing about 4-point DFT. We will be solving 4-point DFT using two methods, that's nothing but formula method and matrix method. So here the question is, determine 4-point DFT of x of n, the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4 using formula method and matrix method. Determine the magnitude and phase response and draw its plot. So we all know that DFT is nothing but we are going to convert this x of n, which is in time domain, to x of k in frequency domain, for which we will be using this formula, that is x of k is equal to summation n equal to 0 capital N minus 1 x of n e power minus j 2 pi k n by capital N, provided k equal to 0, 1, 2 up to capital N minus 1. So this is the formula which we have discussed in the previous videos. We all know that this is the given sequence, that's nothing but 1, 2, 3 and 4. How we should consider this given sequence is, the first term will be x of 0, the second term will be x of 1, the third term will be x of 2, the fourth term will be x of 3. That is, the indexing should start from 0 till the end of the sequence. N refers to nothing but total number of samples in the sequence. So here there are 4 samples, so n is equal to 4. Initially, we are going to calculate the values of n and k for further computation. Both n and k are nothing but 0, 1, 2 up to capital N minus 1. So n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and k is also equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Firstly, we are going to substitute the values of capital N in this formula. So where capital N is there in this formula is in here, that is in summation, and here in that is to the power of e. So when I substitute the value of n, that is nothing but 4, the equation will become like summation n equal to 0 to 4 minus 1, that is 3, x of n e power minus j 2 pi k n by capital N, that is 4, provided k is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3. So now I am going to substitute the values of small n, that is nothing but n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3, which we have calculated priorly. Before applying the values of n, I am going to simplify this equation, that is nothing but I am going to cancel this and I will end up with pi by 2. First I am going to substitute n is equal to 0. It will become as x of 0 e power 0. Anything multiplied with 0 will end up in 0, plus n is equal to 1, that is x of 1 e power minus j pi by 2 k into 1 in the place of n. Now n is equal to 2 plus x of 2 is x of 2 multiplied by e power minus j pi by 2 k 2 in the place of n, plus x of 3 e power minus j pi by 2 k multiplied by 3 in the place of n. Now I am going to simplify this equation further, that's nothing but I am going to cancel this 2. Now we all know the value of x of 0 is 1, value of x of 1 is 2, value of x of 2 is 3, value of x of 3 is 4. That is nothing but from the given question I have taken these values. So now we all know anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, plus 2 into e power minus j pi by 2 k, plus 3 into e power minus j pi k, because this both two will get cancelled, plus 4 into e power minus j 3 pi by 2 k. So this is the value of x of k. In the next step, we will be substituting the values of k. We have calculated the values of k priorly, that is nothing but k is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3. Initially, we will start with k equal to 0. So before starting, we should check where are the k's in this equation, that is nothing but in these 3 places. So now when I am going to start with 0, x of 0 is equal to 1 plus, since it is 0 here, anything if I am going to multiply with 0 will end up in 0 obviously. So this is going to be very much simpler, that is everything will become as e power 0. And we all know that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1, And so we will, ultimately we will be adding up with all the terms, that is nothing but 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, it is equal to 10. This is nothing but x of 0 is 10. Followed by this, I am going to go with k is equal to 1, where x of 1 is equal to 1 plus 2 e power minus j pi by 2 into k, where I am going to substitute the value as 1, plus 3 e power minus j pi into k, so the value is 1, plus 4 e power minus j 3 pi by 2 into k, the value is 1. By this trigonometric formula, e power minus j theta is equal to cos theta minus j sin theta. I am going to substitute this formula wherever this e power minus j theta is there. So now when I am going to substitute it here, it will become as, I am going to consider pi by 2 as theta here. So it will become cos pi by 2 minus j sin pi by 2. Here I am going to consider pi as theta. So 3 into cos pi minus j sin pi plus 4 into, here I am going to consider 3 pi by 2 as theta. So cos 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2. Now we are going to calculate the values for each terms in the calculator. Before that, please ensure that your calculator is in radian mode. So now let's see how to calculate this in the calculator.
Before calculating, as I mentioned earlier, I should change the mode. So here I am going to change the mode. If you press the mode 2 times, you will be ending up with this. I am going to choose this radian, so it is nothing but 2. Now this calculator is set up in the radian mode. Now the first thing is nothing but cos pi by 2. You could see cos, open bracket, shift, here you could see pi divided by 2, close bracket, which is nothing but 0. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Now I am going to do for sin pi by 2. Sin, open bracket, shift pi divided by 2. Sin pi by 2 is nothing but it's equal to 1. This is cos pi. Cos, shift pi. Cos pi is nothing but minus 1. Next is sin pi. Sin, shift pi. Sin pi is 0. Next cos 3 pi by 2. Cos, open bracket, 3, shift pi divided by 2, close bracket, which is nothing but 0. Finally sin pi, 3 pi by 2. Sin, open bracket, 3, shift pi divided by 2. That is nothing but minus 1.
So now we have calculated the values for each and every terms in the calculator. We are going to substitute it here. 1 plus 2 into cos pi by 2 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. So j in minus j will come as such. Cos pi is minus 1 and sin pi is 0 and cos 3 pi by 2 is 0 and sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. If I substitute and simplify, I'll end up like this: 1 minus 2j minus 3 plus 4j. If I further simplify this, 1 minus 3 will become minus 2, minus 2j plus 4j will become plus 2j. So this is nothing but x of 1. Now I have calculated for k is equal to 0 and k is equal to 1. Next I am going to calculate for k is equal to 2. So we are in this x of k equation, I am going to substitute k values as 2 and I am going to calculate further. K equal to 2. So now 1 plus 2 e power minus j 2 pi by 2. That is nothing but in the place of k I am substituting 2. Plus 3 e power minus j 2 pi. Plus 4 e power j 3 pi by 2 into 2. Now I am going to simplify this equation in order to make it easier. Here this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled and this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled and I'll end up like this: 1 plus 2 e power minus j pi plus 3 e power minus j 2 pi plus 4 e power minus j 3 pi. Now I am going to apply in this trigonometric identity. Here the value of theta is pi, so cos pi minus j sin pi. Here the value of theta is 2 pi, so cos 2 pi minus j sin 2 pi. Here the value of theta is 3 pi, that is nothing but cos 3 pi and j sin 3 pi. If you are going to calculate it in the same way as I did previously by setting your calculator in radian mode, you will be ending up with this, and finally when you compute it, you will be getting like x of 2 is equal to minus 2. Now we have calculated the value for k is equal to 2. Next we are going to calculate for the value k is equal to 3. Here I am going to substitute 3 here. That is in the place of k. So 1 plus 2 e power minus j 3 pi by 2 plus 3 e power minus j 3 pi plus 4 e power minus j 3 pi by 2 into 3. So here it will become as nothing but 9 pi by 2. Now I am going to substitute in this trigonometric identity again. Here the value will be, the value of theta will be 3 pi by 2. So the equation will be like cos 3 by 2 pi, 3 pi by 2 minus j sin 3 pi by 2 plus, here I am going to consider the theta as 3 pi. So cos 3 pi minus j sin 3 pi. And here I am going to consider the theta as 9 pi by 2. So here it is going to be cos 9 pi by 2 minus j sin 9 pi by 2. So now as usual, you are going to use the calculator. You are going to set up the calculator in the radian mode, and you are going to calculate cos 3 pi by 2 is nothing but 0. J sin that is j sin 3 pi by 2 is nothing but minus 1. And similarly, you are going to calculate for all these things. Cos 9 pi by 2 is 0 and sin 9 pi by 2 is nothing but 1. And while you are calculating and solving, you will end up with this 1 plus 2j minus 3 minus 4j. 1 minus 3 is nothing but minus 2. 2j minus 4j is nothing but minus 2j. So this is nothing but minus 2 minus 4j. Now the values which I have got in each step, that is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. I am going to write it in a set. That is nothing but 10, comma minus 2 plus 2j, comma minus 2, minus 2, comma minus 2j. So the given, in the given question, we it's nothing but x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. This was in time domain. By applying the DFT formula, we have converted it into frequency domain using formula method. Now in the next step, I am going to use the matrix method. Matrix method is nothing but same. You are going to convert the time domain, given time domain, into frequency domain by using this Wn. What is this Wn is nothing but twiddle factor matrix. This matrix is represented like this. That is nothing but 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus j minus 1 j, 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 j minus 1 minus j. I am going to multiply the x of n values with this matrix. We all know that, that is x of n is nothing but 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I am going to multiply that 1, 2, 3 and 4 with this matrix. I am going to do a normal matrix multiplication, that is nothing but row into column. First row into this column. So 1 into 1 plus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 3 plus 1 into 4. That is what it's mentioned here. Now second row and this column, 1 into 1 plus minus j into 2 plus minus 1 into 3 plus j into 4. That is what in this row. Now I am going to multiply this row, the third row and this column. 1 into 1 minus 1 into 2, 1 into 3 plus minus 1 into 4. That is what in this third row. Now finally I am going to multiply the fourth row with this column. 1 into 1 plus j into 2 plus minus 1 into 3 plus minus j into 4. I will end up with this. If I simplify this, I'll end up with the same answers which I got earlier. That is nothing but 10 minus 2 plus 2j minus 2 minus 2 minus 2j. Now we are going to analyze this solution. In order to cross check whether you have got the right answer, always this x of 0, that is the first term, will be the sum of the terms in this sequence. So here it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So nothing but 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is nothing but 10. Always in 4-point DFT, x of 0 will be nothing but the sum of the terms in this sequence. Followed by that, x of 1 and x of 3 will be conjugates. You could see here it is minus 2 plus 2j and minus 2 minus 2j. And finally, the x of 2 will be a constant. So after calculating your solution, you are going to ensure whether it is going to satisfy all these conditions. Only then your answer is correct. You can cross check. So x of 0, that is your first term, will be nothing but the sum of all terms in the sequence, and x of 1 and x of 3 will be your conjugates, that is opposite in sign, and nothing but x of 2 is nothing but a constant term. So this is a trick to check your answers. Next, I am going to calculate the magnitude response. The formula for calculating magnitude response is mod x of k is equal to mod of real value of x of k the whole square plus mod of imaginary value of x of k the whole square. So we all know this is the x of k here. First, I am going to consider this first term, that is x of 0. Here only real value is there. So I am going to take it as such, that is nothing but square root of 10 the whole square, that is nothing but square root of 100. I'll end up with this 10. Now in this term I am going to consider an x of 1, I am going to take real value of x of k, that is nothing but 2. 2 the whole square is 4 plus imaginary value of x of k is also 2. So 2 the whole square is 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Root 8 is nothing but 2.828. And finally here minus 2 in the third term, that is in the second term x of 2, we know that that is nothing but minus 2 here. When I'm going to substitute it here, there is no imaginary values there, so it will be like root of minus 2 the whole square, that is nothing but root of 4. We will end up with 2 here. Now finally x of 3, minus 2 is real value, so minus 2 the whole square is 4 again. In imaginary value it is minus 2 again, so minus 2 the whole square is again 4. So root of 4 plus 4 is nothing but 2.828. I am going to plot it in a graph where x-axis will be k and y-axis will be mod of x of k. So this is the graph. In x of 0 is nothing but 10, x of 1 is nothing but 2.828, x of 2 is nothing but 2, and x of 3 is nothing but 2.828 again. Finally, we are going to calculate the phase response. The formula for phase response is nothing but theta is equal to tan inverse of imaginary value of x of k minus real value of x of k. So first for x of 0, only real value is present, so obviously imaginary value will be 0. Tan inverse of 0 by 10 is equal to 0. For the next term, the imaginary value is 2, that is imaginary value is nothing but which is along with j. So 2 divided by real value is nothing but minus 2, 2 by minus 2. So when we cancel this, we will be ending up with tan inverse of minus 1. When we see this trigonometric table, you could see tan theta is 1 for 45 degree. So obviously for minus 45 degree, the tan theta will be minus 1. Or you can also use calculator to solve this. Now we are going to calculate x of 2, that is nothing but minus 2. Here also the only real value is present, there is no imaginary value, so 0 divided by minus 2. So tan inverse of 0 is nothing but 0. For x of 3, I am going to calculate imaginary value is nothing but minus 2, real value is also minus 2. So minus 2 and minus 2 will get cancelled, tan inverse of 1. So theta is 45 degree when it is 1, so the answer is 45 degree. Now I am going to plot this in a graph where the x-axis will be k and the y-axis will be the phase response. So first x of 0 will be nothing but 0. X of 1 is minus 45 degree, that is minus 45 degree. X of 2 is also 0. So x of 2 is 0 and x of 3 is 45 degree. And now x of 3 is 45 degree. Thank you.